Welcome back to another edition of Research Fantasy presents our MLB DFS pitcher picks for Sunday, April 23rd, 2017. I am your host, fresh out of bed, Nick from CWE. I have to start remembering that the games start early on Sundays, and I need to record them on Sunday night. I did that for opening day and just seemingly forgot to do it every other Saturday night since then. I'll get on it, don't worry. Pitching today is absolutely horrid in my opinion. I just have a bad feeling in my stomach that everyone's going to get rattled today. You're going to be looking at a situation where the bats are going to make the difference. I'm going to try to give you 3 plays that I don't mind in my lineup today. And let's get things started off with Mike Foltynewicz of the Atlanta Braves at the Philadelphia Phillies. 6,900 on FanDuel. You know, right-handed pitching does a pretty good job of shutting down right-handed bats. And when you start looking through the lineup here, you know, you've got a lot of right-handed bats that really do some damage. I think there are a few guys, obviously, Odubel Herrera, Cesar Hernandez, Michael Saunders. I don't know, is Saunders hurt? I don't know why I feel like Saunders is hurt. No, but he's not starting. I think if he's able to kind of get around those guys, this could be a sneaky good spot for him. We know the Phillies are truly a boom-bust option, and in tournaments, there's nothing better than a boom-bust pitcher against a boom-bust offense. So have no issues rocking some Foltynewicz exposure tonight. Next up, let's go with Mike Leake, 7,900, St. Louis Cardinals at the Milwaukee Brewers. Leake has pitched pretty well thus far, and we saw even last night with Lance Lynn, like the Brewers can definitely be controlled. Apparently Carlos Martinez is the only one who can't do that, but you know, Leake has been remarkably good this year, and you kind of wonder when the floor is going to fall out. The strikeouts are certainly a concern. I think after a 7 strikeout and 6 strikeout performance, a 1 strikeout performance against Pittsburgh certainly didn't inspire a ton of confidence. 29 points, not good, especially considering he only gave up 1 run, was a quality start, and he got the win. Milwaukee should aid him in the strikeout category, though, as they are just inept at hitting the baseball. For the most part, we've started to see Eric Thames now. I don't know if you want to say cool off, but it's been 2 straight games without a home run, which seems like quite an accomplishment at this point in the season. You'd kind of want to still have the Brewers against lefties, but, you know, all things considered, I don't mind Mike Leake. Lastly, we have a guy that I'm just absolutely petrified about using today because I am not so confident that he's going to be able to do what Carlos Carrasco and Corey Kluber did before him in shutting down the White Sox, and that's Danny Salazar at 10-1 on FanDuel. We know that the strikeout upside is there. This is a guy who's got absolutely killer stuff, but he's also a guy who can get hit around pretty hard. It's hard to look past at this point 9, 11, and 7 strikeouts. Even with 9 strikeouts, 4 earned runs got him 32 fantasy points. In your cash games, I mean, I think you basically have to go with Salazar because 32 might be the best floor of the night. In fact, it probably is the best floor of the night. And even if he does give up 4 runs, he might get 10 or 11 strikeouts to kind of offset that. And there's a good chance the Indians' offense could give him the win to boot. So, I mean, I don't hate this. In that game where he gave up 4 runs, if he had ended up somehow getting a quality start and the win, that would have got him to 42 fantasy points, which would have been just below what he's been at 49 and 46 the rest of the year. Again, I don't love it. It doesn't make me feel super comfortable, but I don't think you're going to be in a situation today where you're going to pick a pitcher who, on the whole, makes you walk away and say, okay, I'm fine with doing that. So, once again, our top 3 targets for tournaments tonight: Mike Foltynewicz, Mike Leake, Danny Salazar. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Head over to researchfantasy.com, sign up for our MLB mailing list. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Research and Win, and join us again tomorrow.